Every great pact was named after a great NBA player.
No, yeah, man. Michael Vick. I think that was the one that jumped it off.
Gary Payton was crazy run. You know?
Yeah. Sean Kemp.
Iverson.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, Iverson was straight too.
Stay mellow pack.
Stay mellow pack.
Yo, peace. Welcome back to 7 p.m. in Brooklyn. I'm Carmelo Anthony here with my co-host.
You know what it is? My name is Kazim FWIorFOH. You could call me Kaz. And of course, as always, this is a Wave original presented by FanDuel, the official sports betting partner of the NBA. On this episode of 7 p.m. in Brooklyn, man, this is a guest that I've wanted on this show for a very, very long time. He's a man of many, many talents. He's a podcast legend, in my opinion, a comedian, actor, rapper, co-host, and co-founder of one of my favorite shows, the Club 85 South, and one of the most successful comedy shows touring in existence. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to The Hook, one of the funniest dudes on earth, Karlous Miller. What's going on, Karlous?
He done changed his Club 85 South.
I went to the whole thing, but it is 85 South show, man.
That's 85 South.
I was trying to shout out the whole network.
We do need a Club 85 South. That'd be hard.
Is that the evolution? You got to turn into an actual club eventually.
I don't know. You better stay away from that.
You stay away from that.
Yeah, stay away from that. They closing clubs down around this motherfucker as we speak.
Stay with 85, boy.
Yeah, we just stay on 85 South like we've been doing.
Y'all safe. Y'all safe for that. But listen. While we have Karlous on the show, man, we're going to chop it up about a bunch of things like being an OG in the comedy space, athletes in the cannabis world, and we're going to have Karlous create the perfect comedian.
And on top of all that, we'll end things with America's #1 segment, Fuck With It or Fuck Out of Here. But first, we got to kick things off with the Connect, man. Karlous, you and Melo have crossed paths many times. And, if so, when we usually like to start the show, we like to talk about when's the first time y'all two really got together. So where was it the first time you
got together?
Not got together, but like...
See what type shit he on, man? He kicked the show off with the partner left, man.
What are you talking about?
Partner left, man.
Melo is a street legend, man. Before even all the basketball shit, ain't no telling, bro. You know how this nigga is.
Of course.
He just be places, man. By himself. Places he ain't fucking supposed to be. I done met this nigga 48 times. I done seen a nigga getting wings. I been riding to Miami. What is that Melo?
What the hell you doing up here?
He's just always outside, man. He one of them guys who he'll pop up at the comedy show. You don't know he in there. He might be in the back.
Yeah.
He's trying to hide, but he's the tallest nigga in the club that night. You know what I'm saying? So it's been a couple of them. It's been a couple in passing. Oh shit, where you? It's my dog though, man. Fuck with him.
Hell yeah, I love that, man.
It's over the years. You know what I'm saying? Like I met the nigga broke and when I got some bread. I had to re-meet him. He's like, nigga, that's you. This is the reintroduction.
Do you remember the first time you see Karlous either
just around, just like
around
you said, man. We done bumped into each other, just passing too.
Yeah.
And it's like, it's when you have a level of respect of, people that's doing something and niggas is funny as shit and that's what we do. We listen to that as athletes, we listen to that, we watch it. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like that get us going, that keep our day going, and sometimes we want to get away from basketball, so everybody always passing around jokes and videos, but seeing, actually seeing him in particular.
Yeah.
Having the opportunity to see him over the years as well from my position and being able to be here in 7 p.m.
That's hard,
it's definitely full circle for
You're
sure.
a legend. My nephew named after you.
Blessings.
Yeah, we got a Carmelo in the family.
That's real.
He don't hoop. But we got one. Nah, my sister love you, bro.
Love, respect, man. Absolutely. Salute the sis.
Yeah.
Definitely. Man. But listen, the 85 South show has made an impact, man, in both the podcast and comedy space. You guys, DC, Chico Bean, y'all been at it for about 10 years. You know what I mean? #1 Netflix specials, NAACP awards.
Absolutely.
Tell us your perspective on the impact of this show and how 85 South show actually came together.
I always say this, the 85 South show I needed a platform because as a comedian, as an entertainer, it's it's so like the avenues be so limited. You know what I'm saying? That, like you see how they do with the comedian. They be like they take them one at a time. Like they feel like we can't all be on at the same time. So for me, I wanted to create a platform where I could do all the shit that they like. I could create my own opportunities that I felt like I wasn't getting. You get what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
So when we put the show together, it was. First, it started off, it was me and DC, and I was like, man, just trust me. If we do something, if we do anything, they gonna fuck with it because it ain't nothing else. It like we're gonna win by default if nothing else. Because ain't nobody else have shit. And then we went back to Wildin' Out, and I was telling them I was telling him and Chico, like, bro, we gotta do something. Like, if we bullshit, we need to do something. But then it was like, shit, what? And that's right around the time where, like, in the beginning of the podcast kind of era started. So once we got in early and we started building it from in the studio to a small little bar, okay, to a comedy club, all right, then to a theater, all right, then to an arena. Like, then that shit was like, okay, now they see the vision.
That's a
you
fact.
get what I'm saying? But it's like, trying to convince them in the beginning. That's why we always used to say, like, man, who the podcast for? Because they didn't even know what a podcast was. So I'm like, man, it's the podcast. It's the radio show with no music. That ain't on the radio. Like shit like that. Just to
show with no
build
music.
the audience to be like, oh, this what y'all gonna be doing. Y'all gonna just be talking shit.
Yeah.
But it's not like comedians trying to do comedy. These are the conversations in real life shit that we would have been talking about anyway. It's just so happened that we tapped into an audience that don't mind listening to us go through regular everyday shit without pitching jokes all day.
I mean, it feels like, you know, you guys got into the space super early when, you know, a lot of comedians were jumping into podcasting. And I don't know if it was because of, you know, being on Wildin' Out, but you guys took off pretty quickly. And it kind of felt like a lot of comedians in the podcast space, there's like that bridge between doing a show and doing a stand-up and still wanting to be connected to you guys, right? Just as far as like content is concerned. Did you feel like by doing the podcast that you kind of got your comedy chops a little bit more up? Is it kind of like sparring when you're going into the pod or what is it like?
Yeah, because it's like, it's just a free range of conversation, right?
Yeah.
It's kind of just like if you was hooping, right? You just with your partners and y'all just acting a fool, just throwing alleys and man, watch me hit this bitch off the scoreboard. It's that type of shit though. It'd be more like an all-star game.
Yeah.
So you do get to tap into different shit and have different conversations that you wouldn't necessarily just have if you were just by yourself somewhere creating shit.
Yeah.
So it is like that. It's definitely like going to the gym.
Nice. I mean, we've had some of the funniest people on earth come on this show. Al Sadiq.
What the fuck took me so long to get here then? Who else was here?
He was down south, man. He was on 85 South.
He was at Club 85 South.
Bro, I'm coming back twice. Ain't nobody been back twice.
That's a fact. You come on back, man. You're welcome. Once you sit on the couch, you always welcome to come back.
I'm getting jealous of this couch. We really gonna have to upgrade our couch when I get back to the 85 South. Because I thought we was doing it because our shit fluffy, but this is real leather. Man.
Yeah, this is
nice shit right here.
This is nice. I feel like I'm in therapy right now.
You are a little bit, just a smidge.
So who been up here?
I mean, we just had JB Smooth last week.
JB Smooth.
Ali was here. Lil Rel was here.
Lil Rel.
Lou Young was here.
Oh, okay. So I ain't make the first round either, huh? That's how it is.
You was putting your shit together over there, man. You know, man. You was strategizing.
Somebody better pick me up, man.
Well, your podcast bodies a lot of our shit, so I mean, you know.
Nah, them my homies. Everybody you name, bro. Them my people.
Man. But nah, Al Sadiq was on the show before, and he told a story about his running with Patrick Ewing.
Oh, wow.
Down in Houston. Yeah, it's I guess Ewing refused to take a picture with him. And you know, it's anybody who's ran into Patrick Ewing knows the type of dude he is, and that whole story was really funny. Do you have any hilarious run-ins with any NBA players that are similar to that?
Well, you know, I did the Alonzo Mourning comedy. What is it? The comedy groove he did in
Summer Groove.
Summer Groove.
Summer Groove. Right. Okay.
It was this is my favorite NBA moment. John Starks wandering around, drunk as fuck, telling anybody who will listen about when he dunked on Jordan.
I mean, I would too if I ever caught MJ like that. I get it. That's his polka story. You know what I mean? Al Bundy style.
Yeah. Well, let me see. Like, I remember the first time I ever seen Mutombo. I don't think average people know how big Mutombo really is. This motherfucker was huge. Like, I seen this nigga taking pictures with people. It was just, they just came up to his waist. So I saw that shit. That was kind of creepy.
Is that Mutombo's story about going to the club real?
What?
So apparently there's a story about Dikembe Mutombo, God rest his soul, that he would walk into the club and he would just stand in the middle of the club and in front of everybody say, "Who wants to sex Mutombo?" Like everybody.
Where the hell did you hear this story?
I swear to God, I've heard this story from many comedians. Which is, I mean, you know, if you're looking for consent and proof that you was asking for consent, I think it's the smartest thing to do. But apparently that was a story with a lot of people, that he would go into the club and he would just stand in there being himself, say who wants to have sex with him. There would always be one lady that'd be like, "That's me."
At least no.
Take off with him. You never experienced that with Mutombo, seeing Mutombo in the club?
No, what the fuck? What?
No, he on the road. He on the road today. He on the road today.
He's slick, man. He'll fuck around and have you in a situation.
He on the road today.
You didn't ever do no shit like that, did you? Like, no.
He on the road today. Don't need trick. He got two flags.
That was two flagrant fouls right there. I called,
man, what the fuck in your cup, man?
Hey, man. Oh, man. Switching gears a little bit.
Another one of my favorite NBA legends, man. Shout out to Mad Max.
Oh, Vernon Maxwell. Funny as hell, man.
The thing is, I think he is dead serious, though.
That's a fact.
It's funny, but he is not bullshit.
Nah.
At all. That's my dog, though, man.
Yeah.
He came on the show and talked some good shit.
Shout out to him. I think he's doing all the smoke now, so full time. So shout out to those guys over there, as always.
Shout out to Shump, too. Shump, a real one.
Yeah. Shump was here. That was one of my favorite episodes of the year so far, too.
He's a great storyteller.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. One of
he's
the best.
a very, very strange nigga, too. That's my dog, bro. You know that this nigga is he come up with some crazy shit, bro. Shump will sit there and he'll just call me out the blue. And I'll be like, "What's up, bro?" He'll be like, "Man, I got this Blazer, right? I want to make it a convertible." I'm like, "Who the fuck wants a convertible Blazer?"
Why are you telling me?
Because I fuck with the cars.
Oh, okay.
Man, Shump done took this Blazer to my dog and they done chopped the whole top off, man. I don't even know if I'm supposed to be telling you this because I think it was a surprise, nigga. He was like, "I'm going to fuck him up with this." I'm like, "Shump, don't do this." Nobody needs a fucking convertible Blazer. And it's like, I don't even know how to describe it, bro. It's like that last version of the Blazer that they made. Like like the last one, like the round one.
Okay.
Bro, this nigga done cut the whole back off that bitch. I don't even know what the rest of the goal is, but we got the first part out the way. So shout out to my dog, Shump, man.
He's a unique individual, man. He's very unique.
He's a very unique dude, bro.
That's the best way to describe him. But switching gears a little bit, man, to fatherhood, right? I'm sitting here with two proud AAU dads, Melo, of course. First off, I got to ask you,
got no
man.
kids?
I got kids. They just young. They both.
Well, it's three dads then. How you gonna
say
take
AAU
yourself out?
dads. I said AAU dads. They ain't playing no AAU yet. They still.
okay.
They still in preschool.
All right.
But Melo, I gotta ask you, man. We haven't spoken since Kiyan won MVP of the Jordan Brand Classic, the same game you played in 23 years ago. Sort of in your backyard as well.
Thank you.
Got to get your thoughts on that, man. I know that had to be satisfying, especially coming off of what happened with McDonald's and everything. So
hell yeah, it was definitely satisfying. It was, I think, more so for him. Like I wanted it for him more so than anything else. Like me, you know what I mean. Like I done all of that already and been through the shit that he's just about to start going through.
Yeah,
hurdles and adversity and all of that shit. So for him to do that, show me something else with him. That it's like, it's whatever. Like nothing gonna slow you down.
I'm ask some podcast questions.
I'm locked in.
Yeah.
You hear what I'm saying? I kept saying, "Yo, what we doing?" Dad, I'm locked in. I said, "This is it." This is the end. This is your last high school game in high school. Go give it, you know what I mean? Go do what you do. And I also explained to him the significance of the moment.
Yeah.
Right? I'm preparing you for this moment. This is what's going on. I was here 23 years ago. We created the game. It was my game. We created that game.
Mm-hmm.
Right? 23 years later, you here. Right? Same situation, same concept. Now you have an opportunity to be right there when it comes to what I accomplished in that moment and what you accomplished in that moment.
Mm-hmm.
So now we can share this moment that a lot of people can't share. Right? That's one perspective on it. The other perspective is, listen, we going to college now. There's no more high school basketball. So now it's time to up it up a level. Right? Let's go show everybody what happened during the season. That was one body of work. Now you put the work in to show everybody I'm putting the work in to get ready for the next level.
Mm.
But also I want them to have fun, enjoy that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like we here, the Jordan brand is here. It was my game back then. You made it your game.
Yeah.
Like ain't nobody give you that. Like you made it your game. You get what I'm saying? So from that aspect of it, I love what I seen from it. I appreciate him taking that on and saying, fuck it, I'm here. I understand the assignment. I understand why we here. I'm going to go do this.
And I'll keep it tall, man. I was at the McDonald's game, and it didn't have the buzz that it usually have, especially without Kiyan there. You know what I mean? Like, it was good game. Obviously, great players was in there, but, like, there wasn't that extra oomph about it. And that was a talking point with everybody. So I think there was a lot more anticipation for this Jordan game, especially to see what he was going to do, and to not just go out and play, but get the MVP. I thought that was really dope. And I thought it was dope that, like, I think, you know, shout out my guy Lethal Shooter. He was supposed to take a picture. He wanted to take a picture, and he was like, "Nah, go ahead.
That ain't
my joint. Yeah.
Nah, that ain't. That's yours. This is your moment. Like, I'm over here working.
Right.
You know what I mean? I'm over here trying to put the game together. Like, you get what I'm saying? I'm working from a whole nother perspective on this game. Like, you did what you did. You put the work in. You get honored. You know what I'm saying? I'll put the jacket on you and back up.
Mm.
I don't mind taking a step back. You get what I'm saying? I'm cool with that. That's why he see me at the chicken spots and all that. You know what I mean? That's why he see me in the spot, because I'm cool with just
playing the back, very
in.
You know
what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm cool
I
with
saw
that.
this one interview. You said that they pulled you to the side, so you was hanging out too much
Where? And
in the hood.
oh, yeah. I mean, but that's all I knew. That's all I knew at that point in time.
Yeah.
You know, we talking early, one,
But
two,
now looking
three.
back, do you ever be like, I probably shouldn't have been over there?
like if Kyle was hanging at the places he was hanging at, would you?
I came from that.
Yeah.
So that wasn't nothing for me. I'm just going back. Like I'm on my block. I'm here. I'm going around here. Like every hood is the same. You know what I'm saying? Like I ain't saying I could go do whatever I want, but I'm here. I'm a safety net.
Yeah.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? I'm cool. I'm walking around. I ain't bringing you no harm. You ain't even got to think about bringing me no harm.
Of course.
Right? So I feel comfortable in being able to walk around and being able to go in the stores dolo and go sit down and eat by myself and go to a bar by myself and go back home and go to a corner store by I
You
feel
need that.
very comfortable, and it keeps me grounded when I can do that. Now, I ain't no fool now.
Mm-hmm.
I know when it's time to get in and get out. You get what I'm saying? I know when my time I can go, and I know when the time shit is hot.
Right.
So that's just my awareness, but that's something that ain't gonna never ever change.
And you ain't checking in with nobody, I'm assuming.
I'm not checking in because I don't feel like I have to check in. I'm not in that industry. I'm not in that lane where I have to check in with somebody.
Mm.
And I don't see nothing wrong with me popping into the land and be like, yo, Karlous, I'm here, champ. Like, yo, I'm just letting you know I'm in town. To me, that's just awareness.
Of course.
You get what I'm saying? I'm letting niggas know I'm here. I ain't checking in with you. I'm just letting you know I'm in your city. I'm in your town, checking in with you. You know? That's it.
Yeah. That's, hey, man.
I'm cool with that. Like, that's like if somebody come to be more.
Yeah.
Right? I'm not asking for no check-in. Like it's just more so of a respect that like, yo, damn, let me check in with Melo real quick. Like, yo, Melo, I'm in your town, champ.
Yeah.
Boom, boom, boom. Anywhere to eat, anywhere to like. That's more.
Well, there was. I feel like just the conversation around check-ins and
yeah,
cities.
but that's
two different ones.
That's
like,
that lifestyle. You know what I mean?
Right.
That's that lifestyle. Like that.
Yeah.
That's that street shit. When you got to check in.
Yeah.
You got to check in. That's something that y'all. That's street shit. I don't feel like I have to deal with that.
Nah.
And I was once that before. I was a part of all of that.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm not checking in. There's no need to check in. I'm a neutral guy. You get what I'm saying? I keep my crew and I keep my family and my friends. I don't bring outsiders into that. You know what I mean? Like people.
And I'm a comedian. I ain't checking in either. Better check me out.
I disagree with the check-in situation. Yeah. You know what I mean? I just think if you going somewhere to a city and it's you playing on bullshit, you on bullshit, then
you might have to check in.
You might have to check in.
Yeah.
But if you going to a city and you respecting that city, you ain't got to check in.
You never want to be. I never want to be in a spot where I feel like it's you have to check in though. Like there's certain joints where it's like, all right, if you're traveling somewhere, I don't know who it is, but it's like, all right, if you're making some money here, I need to make sure that either I'm getting some of it or whatever the whole situation works out like. And there's been lots of talk about NBA players or like folks that are coming in town that when they get to a certain place, if they don't meet with a certain somebody, I don't know, like either the gig gets messed up or whatever the hell it is, man. Like there's been lots of talk about that recently.
You don't mind other people's business.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? And when you really from that, you understand that.
Yep.
You stay out of people's business. If it ain't got nothing to do with you, you stay out of it.
Mm.
You keep moving, do your thing, hold your head up high, keep moving. You don't butt into other people's business. I don't give a fuck what it is. If it ain't got nothing to do with you, I don't care about how hard you want to make an opinion, give an opinion. If it ain't got shit to do with you, stay out the way. Right? And that's what happens a lot of times today. And it's been happening. When people always tell you, stay out of people's business, man. Stay out of grown folk business.
Mind the business
exactly
that pays
why they
you.
make sidewalks, man. The streets ain't for everybody.
Los, we talk about AAU dads, obviously Melo and everything
that's a whole nother
kinda
level, man. Yeah. My son, he's just starting his career with the basketball.
But still, it's like being the AAU pops is not for the faint of heart, man.
Absolutely
like especially
not.
when you're traveling and all that type of stuff. So
because you got to really have your heart in this shit.
Yeah,
you ain't never had to go by 32 Powerade. You ain't watched 16 basketball games in a row.
Yeah.
Gotta go find oranges and shit
Come
over
on,
there.
man. You ain't never fed all. When the fuck you get this many players on the team? Like them Saturdays be long as hell.
Yeah,
man. But my son, man, he out there, he doing his thing. I'll be proud of him. You see, I post every clip.
You see it. You see it, man. He doing his thing.
He doing it. Oh, there you go right there.
There it is. Oh, hey.
Yeah, give him some.
Hey, he ain't messing around.
Give him some.
Give him some. Hey, you feel me?
You say you about to be like T. Morant and LeVar Ball, man.
I am. He gonna get us out the
hood. Are you loud on the sidelines? I mean, I could imagine what type of heckling folks have to deal with, but if they see you out there,
they can't do no heckling.
You don't get into it with nobody?
Nah.
Oh, come on.
Nah, man, because we doing something else.
Okay.
I be watching Melo and them. I just be chilling. I put my hoodie on and be in the back. I just be doing some little bullshit signs, make it look like we worked on something. Hey, run two. Me. I be doing that type of shit, man. But I don't want to do too much, though, because I want focus on him.
Of course.
So I just be trying to keep it low, but I be excited as hell.
I mean, y'all both are super proud dads, man. Like I know there's a little bit of restraint you got to practice when you see. My girl's only 3 years old. When she throws a little preschool hoop, I get super hyped. Like I know y'all two, like what type of restraint you gotta pull?
Hey, man, enjoy that.
Yeah.
Because it's like one day they just go to bed and they just walk out and be big ass people.
Yeah.
Like they your babies when they go to bed and then they just turn into big ass people. It's just like one day you look at them and they ain't kids no more. They big as hell. Like my son, he's 6'6". I don't know if he get any taller, I'm gonna have to help him find his real daddy.
I was about to ask when he dunked that. I was like, damn, I was thinking probably point guard or something like that. He's big, athletic 6'6" right there. Shoot.
I remember he was my little boy, and then he started looking down on me like, what's up? Now he taller than me. He be like, what's up, little Bill? That shit crazy, man.
Oh, man.
I love it. I love watching them, get to excel at something that I never even really, I never really played basketball. So to see him have his own skill set and really put his own work in, I'll be having him work with people and stuff like that because it's like now he at a level that's like, okay, you might be really ready to go play on another level with this shit. I want to make sure that I use all my resources and everybody that I know to try to, groom the talent.
Right.
Your son, he following in your footsteps, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then he got you though.
Mm-hmm.
You get what I'm saying? What type of game do you give him that you wish somebody would have gave you?
That's a good question. For me, I tell him, you have something that I never had, which is somebody who's been through it already at every level of what you're trying to accomplish. So utilize me. You know what I mean? Don't shy away from me because everybody else wants you to do your own thing and carve your own path out. Like, nah, that's the whole purpose of this. I worked so fucking hard to create this path. Nah, you gonna go right down this path because a lot of the things are the weeds is taken out of the path because I had to go through and chop a bunch of them down in order to clear the path for you. So you utilize me as much as possible.
Right.
You know what I mean? And that means, because a lot of times our own kids be afraid to ask us questions. They don't, you know what I mean? They kids too at the end of the day.
Yeah.
They still shy. You know what I mean? They go through emotions. They still trying to figure themselves out. So don't be afraid to talk to me and utilize me. Ask me whatever question you want to ask me.
In that same instance though, like talking about kids getting their own identity, push back, like has there ever been moments where Kiyan is like not trying to follow your advice, not trying to listen to you, be like,
nah, he never was not trying to follow advice. It was just more like,
I want to do it this way.
I want to try to do it my way, right? And it's cool. Like, all right, cool. Like, go ahead.
In which instance, if you don't mind me asking?
I'm just saying, Dad, I want to play in this tournament. Or I want to play with this team. I want to. Cool, go ahead. Like, go see it. I wanted him to experience with different coaches early on, and like, that's the proper development that you got to go through. Coaches not playing you. Coaches ain't thinking you good enough. You got to fight. Like, that's development. You know what I mean? That's what we go through. That's boyhood. That's growth. So it's those moments where he started like, because now I'm letting you go do that. A lot of questions, a lot of people are able to get to you. Man, you got to do it this way, and you ain't got to be like your dad, man. You ain't got to be. So who the fuck they gonna tell you go be like?
Right.
You get what I'm saying?
Right. If there's anybody,
do it your way. What is your way? What is your way?
Yeah.
If you show me your way, cool. But what is your way?
Yeah.
So I sit back and laugh at that. I mean, do it different, man. Don't do it like your dad. Why would you tell him to do it differently and go do it like somebody else, or recommend somebody else for him to do it when I'm sitting here? I'm living proof of everything that you could possibly go through when it comes to just life, when it comes to this game of basketball. You would be a fool to fight that.
Right. But there's that natural teenage urge to be like...
Yeah, but I respect that. And I respect that. I want you to go hear different opinions. I want you to go hear different things that people say you should be working on. I want you to... I want you to be social with that.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got to let them take their own bumps too.
And when you're ready, you going to come back and say, okay.
He was right.
You was right.
You right, and I'm not even you right. I'm ready. I'm ready. And I always told him that, like, just come to me when you ready.
Yeah.
You gonna know when you ready.
That's a cheat code though. Like you said, you got somebody who's already carved that path for you, and you can follow it if you want to, but
I try to do that with everybody. Though.
Yeah.
Like everybody. Like there's no, it's free game to me. It's free game. You get what I'm saying? People ask me how I did it. I ain't do nothing but got in my son's life. Right?
It's not rocket science.
It's not rocket science.
Yeah,
I spent time, and I had an opportunity to put my feet down and get my claws on him and really help him develop step by step. So it was the work I was supposed to do. Like, that's my son.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I appreciate the love and you know what I mean? But for people recognizing that, because that's hard to do. It's really hard to do, really lock into your own kid because you sacrificing a lot of other things too.
Right.
So it's hard to do.
Well, that was a big part of your choice to retire at the time you did, right? Just to be more involved with Kiyan's development.
Yeah.
Right?
It was 20 years. I said, I'm doing 20. 20. I said, I'm doing 20. I was 1 year shy from doing 20. I did 19. 19, the goal I always told him, when you get to high school, I'm retiring, no matter what's happening. My last year, his freshman year was my 19th year in LA. And he was like, go ahead. Like, nah, I want you to go play your last year. Like, go play with your bro. Go ahead. I ain't gonna never get a chance to do this again.
Yeah.
He said that to me, so I'm like, all right, cool. I'm gonna go do. It would have been 18.
Right.
So people were like, for me, I'm like, damn, I wanted to do 20. 20 sound different than 19. But then when I reflect back on it, it's like the 20th year that everybody wanted me to have for a quote unquote farewell tour.
That was a COVID year, right?
I got a chance to spend my farewell tour with him. Right? So now my 20th season is, my farewell tour is with you every single day. Right? So now you receiving all the love and you receiving this energy that's surrounding me.
Yeah.
Right? So now you understand, oh, I really got it. I can lock in. I got to lock into this. Oh, my dad is just, he gave up this to focus on me? Nah, come on. And that's not something I expect him to understand right now.
But he will eventually.
Yeah, he get it. He get it. But to that degree, you don't have that hindsight.
Last high school game at the Jordan Brand Classic, Karlous, his son, is just really getting into, the AAU level and taking basketball serious. As a seasoned AAU dad, what's the best advice you'd give Karlous as far as
how old is he?
16.
So he's a sophomore?
Yeah.
He in the South too. They a little older sophomores down there. You know what I mean? They operate differently. They operate differently in Georgia. They operate differently in Georgia.
Nah, he a real 16. He ain't 18 with a backup birth certificate, man.
I would say, man, honestly, like it's some real shit that I'm, that try to understand the game in the industry, because it's a lot of bullshit that goes on in the industry.
Yeah.
And AAU, just that whole, it's a lot of bullshit. And there's more and more bullshit that's coming into the game with money, NIL. You know what I'm saying? People who think people can say that they can get this, they can get that. Everything be looking good to niggas these days. So it's like at the end of the day, understanding the landscape of the game, right? And also understand where he fit in at. Where your son fit in at. Like, oh, dang, this is our lane right here. We're going to stick to this lane and rock with that. Because when you start moving around, it gets muddy.
Yeah.
It gets nasty.
Like moving around as far as like different organizations,
different teams, cities, just playing with anybody, just, you know what I mean? That shit gets muddy.
Yeah, it's a whole lot going on.
It's transfer world. Portal in AAU.
Yeah,
oh man, come on.
During and it's a whole lot faster. I mean, like the next game they switching.
The end of the game is it's kids could be in the portal in AAU.
Yeah,
right away.
That's crazy.
But that shit fun though. Like it is fun though. I know a lot of people talk about the negative shit about it. It's a lot of fun seeing these kids hoop and play, especially if you have a son that's, that's hooping and playing. It makes the experience that much better.
Yeah. Man. I just feel like basketball in general, especially high school basketball, just has a different level of sight right now. You know what I mean? Because of the NIL, because like there are kids out there who are making great money, you know what I mean, just being like great high school basketball players. And I mean, I wouldn't know exactly what it's like, you know, on your side, but I mean, as you know, if you're playing at that time, it's got to be fun because you don't know anything else. You don't know what life was like before NIL, and you know, you have to share, you know.
It's a whole different game. It's like when you're looking at some really good young talented players, these games are exciting as hell.
Yeah.
They have, that's what makes it exciting. They figured out the sweet spot that they gonna hit from. You know what I mean? They know how to keep the crowd involved because you're in a little gym. It's right there.
That's true. That's
so
true.
These games, they be, you know, busting 100 points and shit. So it's always interesting to go and watch and see, just to be like, oh, you know, you heard about him, right?
Yeah.
Oh, that boy a dog. You know who his uncle is, right? Because it's like, it's so many little backstories behind it too. Bro.
There's certain tournaments around the country, I promise you, is a lot more lit than college or NBA. Like Peace Jam is always crazy, and the EYBL is always nuts. You know, there's tons of tournaments, man. So
yeah.
Let's switch subjects real quick, Carlos.
Now
Not
you
sure.
getting emotional. Look at the switch subjects.
Yeah, my man.
We'll talk about this shit, man. That's my little brother, man.
That's my father. What's my daddy put me on the game, man? Damn, my daddy. Yeah, man. He might have came to like 5 games in my life, but damn, maybe
that's a lot when you consider
it's true.
I ain't had no games.
There you
So
go.
You see what I'm saying? He took his 5 games.
5 games a lot. Nigga, I've been praying for them 5 games.
So the kids watching right now, be grateful. You got great dads, you know what I mean, over there.
The NBA playoffs are in full effect, so you know we had to get right with FanDuel. FanDuel is the best place to find all your favorite player props, and now you can make the smarter play with new performance trends. Want to see if a guy's hitting that over consistently? Or maybe they've been flirting with a potential triple-double. Get the latest stats right inside the app and see who's heating up. And once the game starts, that's when things get interesting. You can combine live prop bets into a same-game parlay for a chance to win big. If you don't already have FanDuel, it's not too late to get in on the action. You'll get started with $200 in bonus bets if your first $5 bet wins. So just visit FanDuel.com/7 p.m. to join today. Make every moment more with FanDuel, official sports betting partner of the NBA. We're taking a quick break to put you on to McDonald's all-new crispy chicken strips.
New McCrispy strips are here. It's chicken made for dipping. Tender, juicy white meat chicken with a golden brown peppery breading.
This chicken is so good it deserves its own sauce. The creamy chili McCrispy strip dip. A sauce that's creamy, savory, and sweet with a little heat.
But it works with any of our sauces. Melo, what are your go-to sauces with McCrispy strips? Barbecue? I mean, me personally, I love me some sweet and sour. What about you?
I think I'm a honey mustard. I
Okay.
go sweet and sour sometimes, though.
Yeah, sweet and sour are my go-to.
Definitely. So head over to McDonald's and go grab the new McCrispy strips with a new creamy chili McCrispy strip dip. It's chicken made for dipping, only at McDonald's.
Carlos,
What's up?
switching subjects. Not sure if you heard, but Melo recently launched his official cannabis brand, Stay Mellow, as a consumer.
Ain't nobody
cannabis
told
myself.
me
It was-
nothing. I'm supposed to be on the influencer list, man.
They go out, yeah. They go out, yeah.
Where my box, man?
They go out, yeah. They go out. Just like your hat. Your hat coming
took
too.
a
Your
little
crown is
sample
coming.
this weekend. I must say, I must congratulate. It's a great product, fantastic product, slept like a baby. But big shout out and congrats to you,
What made
Melo.
you do that? What made you get into the marijuana business?
You want to ask the question?
No. That's. I'll follow it up with that. But nah,
I
go
wanted
for
to
it.
know.
Nah, what? Why I wanted to get in?
Yeah.
I sat back. This is all honesty. I sat back for years and watched, just aside from me loving it, like enjoying it. You know what I mean? Like that's what I grew up on. You know what I mean? Like the environment. That environment, I grew up in that environment with
Just walk
cannabis.
outside and smell.
But cannabis was just, that was the thing. You get what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
when you growing up in that environment and then you see people that you grown up with that get in trouble for that get arrested and do time, and it's like, damn, like this is all of this over this, right? So take aside my, the recreational part of it, that carries with you. And then it's like you get to the league and you bet not use it. You getting penalized more for that than you do for anything else at one point in time in the NBA. And it's like you don't really understand it, and so many people is fighting it, trying to neglect it and say negative shit about it. But the science is saying everything. The data, this is where you use data.
Yeah.
Right? This is where the analytics comes in that.
Or
use the analytics in the right way.
yeah, you put Bud Light and all the beer sponsors all over
and then
NBA
it was
games.
like, I always wanted to figure out how to get into the industry.
Right.
But it was an illegal industry.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? So it just so happened at the time that I got to Portland and it just sparked my interest even more because I was already doing the wine. And it was like, if I'm doing the wine, it's the same soil. It's the same shit. I might as well create my own strand. And then I'm like, nah, you know what? I don't want to do my own strand because everybody's doing their own strand.
Yep.
How can I really make it to where as though this is longevity? This is a brand. This is people feel safe when they, you know, when they involved with the brand and they're affiliated with it. The messaging, the storytelling, but most importantly, the actual bud.
Yeah.
Right? The flower was very curated based off of analytics. You get what I'm saying? Off of what the people are actually out there smoking in different markets. My Portland shit is totally different than the New York shit. New York shit.
It's the environment, right?
Maryland
like
shit gonna be totally different than New York shit.
Bring back that New York sour diesel.
You know,
Bring that back.
He knows.
You know, I know.
Yeah.
But like you asked me why I wanted to do it, I just think it's so much bandwidth in the industry as opposed to just a negative connotation.
Yeah, there was
about,
definitely a stigma about it for a while.
Yeah, just a negative
you
stigma
know?
about cannabis. And it's like, nah, I use cannabis for healing. I use it for sleeping. I may not smoked it, but I used the bombs. I use the tinctures. I use all the other products. And it helped me be better, helped me recover, it helped me sleep better, helped me travel better, helped me think better.
Yep.
Like, so when I get something that's giving me 2%, 2 to 4% on the get better side and the greatness side, that I'm gonna try that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And it's not. We need that.
Yeah. I think.
I know I sound like a real cannabis advocate right now, but
I mean,
it's real shit.
it's real
because
though.
everybody
Yeah.
want to fight it. Sports want to fight it. Teams want to fight it. Organizations want to fight it. It's like, nah.
They need to stop all this drug testing for the weed too, man.
I'd
Because
rather
if you
them
can
do
get
that.
high enough and still want to do your job, they should let you have that motherfucker.
Of course. I think they should have gave Michael Phelps the extra medal. When he, you know what I mean? Like, not only did he win all those gold medals, but he did it while he was hot.
While
too.
he was high.
Like, that man got some animal lungs.
Yeah, and I'm
but-
not saying go out there and compete while you high.
I'm not either.
Just saying.
I'm not either.
I'm just saying they got to take the stigma off of it even more. You get what I'm saying? That comes from a high level. That's coming from the governmental level, the federal level. Like they got to take the stigma off of it. You can't say this state is legal and this state is not. Like you got to take the stigma off of it. Everybody is people who sick in every city, every state. People who dying, people who need help, people who need these, you know, these cannabinoids that's out there that can actually help people get better and heal and live. So why keep fighting that industry all because of the money? You know what I mean? It's a money game.
Did you take any inspiration from some of the athletes that got into the business, like the Al Harringtons,
Yeah,
You know what
but
I
I
mean?
was with Al in Denver when he was first started. This is how long ago he was going. He was fighting the fight since mid-2000s.
He got some good weed too.
You get what I'm saying? He was fighting the fight. So shout out to Al. Like he was the one that we used to sit in the locker room and we used to talk about this. And he was active while he was playing. He was doing his job. And then off the court, he was active trying to figure to like fight for the industry and fight for athletes too.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? So it's good to see where Al is at from those conversations in those Denver locker rooms. But the industry is why I didn't want to just do my own strand, because I wanted to bring people along with me too. Like I'm very community oriented. Everything I do is community, from the cannabis to the wine to cigars to the life. Everything is community based.
Yeah.
With me. So when it came to the cannabis, I wanted to create this. I created an umbrella, agency, a cannabis agency called Grand National. And underneath of this agency, we're allowed to bring, you know what I mean, young black and brown companies, independent small businesses who's actually putting the work in on the ground. We bringing them underneath of Grand National agency. So now Stay Mellow is just one product, one brand under the agency. We got Ben & Jerry's, you know, B3, who's underneath of that, who all the proceeds go
to charity, and you know what I mean? It's dollar joints. You get what I'm saying? Then we have Loud, LOWD, that actually produced the flower for the whole age. So it's like we keep it in the cycle.
And we need that 85
and we're an
South
agency,
shit
you know what
too.
I'm saying? We're an agency, so we do marketing, we design, we do campaigns, but we're a cannabis agency. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
so that's why
I'm going over there.
come fuck with us, man.
Get that 85 South strand, man.
Come fuck with us.
I just signed a 7-gram deal. No, but that do make sense for the athletes to get into the cannabis game though, because in the hood they name all the drugs after the athlete.
That is true. Every great pack of weed I ever smoked was named after a great NBA player.
No, yeah, man. Michael Vick. I think that was the one that jumped it off.
Gary Payton was crazy
Gary
run. You know?
Yeah, Sean Kemp.
Yeah.
Iverson.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, Iverson was straight too. for
Stay
sure.
Mellow pack.
The Stay Mellow pack.
Hey, you gave me some Stay Mellow this week. I tried some.
I'm glad you said that, champ, because
Brother.
somebody commented on my page and shit, whoever the fuck it was, they commented like, oh shit, another celebrity strand. I tried this was bullshit.
Oh, word?
Oh man.
I said, champ, you ain't never had this shit, boy. You ain't never tried this shit. Get the fuck out of here. You lying. My boy got it. Get the fuck out of here, man.
The knockoff.
Yeah, so, try the real shit, champ.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We got something for everybody. The morning, during the day, and at night. Whatever mood you want to feel, that's what we got. It's a mindset, baby.
I'm fucking with
Triple threat.
Yes, sir.
I know I'm promoting my shit. I'm sorry.
Nah, man, it's a good product to promote.
We gonna get
I
off
stand by it as a consumer.
Absolutely. we gonna give Kalo some product, man.
There you go.
But now I want to shout out and pay homage to R&B Money Pod. They had Jermaine Dupri
Tank.
build. That's a fact.
Yeah.
Build a Voltron of his perfect R&B artist, and it was fire. It was dope to who he had on there. But since we got an amazing comedian like yourself, I want to do the same thing here. Like, let's make a super comedian using these 4 traits, though. Who would you pick to create the comedian using presence, subject matter, voice, and acting?
Okay. The presence. I only get to pick like one pick.
Yeah, it's one for each.
All right. The presence of Kevin Hart.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Kevin Hart is one of the most captivating comedians. This nigga on another level. Like, whatever we thought a superstar was, like, it's like Eddie Murphy was the only shit that we can compare Kevin Hart to on the fame side.
Right, right.
So definitely the presence of Kevin Hart, because you'll literally watch him do anything.
Yeah. Shout out to Kevin. The
subject matter of Dave Chappelle.
I knew he was gonna say Dave.
This is the perfect blend of like hood humor, current events, everything.
Intelligence behind the jokes too.
He's very smart.
Yeah.
With the voice of, I don't know. That's a hard one. With the voice, what do you mean? Like the actual sound,
a distinct voice.
Voice. Like when you hear that, that's it. That's on.
Like, I know Chris Rock's voice is really distinct.
Nah, that shit annoying. No disrespect. It's just like after a while, you just it's got to be smooth. Some shit you can listen to for hours. Maybe like,
what about Bernie Mac?
Nah, it's not that. It's not that one, because it's got to be. I'm saying like, because it's Bernie Mac. He got different voices. He tell like his inflections be different.
Yeah,
you got to have a smooth motherfucker like T.K. Kirkland.
Okay. Yeah, that's a
to
good
the
one.
motherfucking K. That nigga, you can listen to that nigga talk shit about anything.
Okay.
Right? Like his voice make his delivery like super, super cool. And the acting, Eddie Murphy is the greatest comedic actor of all time. So,
Easily.
You got to do that.
That's a fact.
Yeah, so pretty much everything you've seen a comedian doing, like as far as acting, like Eddie Murphy has some kind of influence in that.
Okay.
I know my comedic history.
No, that's a fact.
I mean, like we said, we've had some incredible comedians come here.
Like, damn.
But like, I love hearing the reverence everyone has for Eddie. Eddie's like comedians Jordan to everybody, or Kobe.
Right.
When we have
Eddie
athletes
Murphy
coming in,
is the GOAT, bro.
Yeah.
The GOAT, bro. He made everybody enjoy Shrek.
Like Shrek was already good, but with the donkey,
Dr. Doolittle and all that.
Dr. Doolittle.
Nigga talking to birds and animals.
Come on, man.
Man.
This is Cletus Clump.
Cletus Clump.
Cletus.
Axel
bro.
Foley, man.
Hey, Cletus.
Cletus.
It's Axel Foley. It's Prince Akeem.
Come on, man.
Like just iconic roles. That's
Man, bruh, Eddie Murphy is funny as hell, bruh.
And he's still like, if you get a chance to ever see him do an interview, do a podcast, anything, like, he don't do a ton of podcasts, but he still got it. Like he's still
Eddie would be acting for me.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
I will also put acting. Like I will also put like Richard Pryor
Absolutely.
acting.
But see, he's so good. He don't even count no more.
Yeah, but I gotta see. I can put him in every category.
He's like the
I would put him at
God level.
I would put him at acting.
Okay.
Put him at acting.
Right.
I will put storytelling. I mean, nobody tells stories like Paul Mooney, champ.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
That's
nobody.
another God level right there too.
See, like storytelling for me would be like Paul Mooney, and I would have to throw. This gonna fuck people up right here. This might fuck you up. George Carlin.
Oh yeah. I mean, come on. George Carlin's
Like I would have to
icon
put
as
him.
well.
I might throw him in the. You know what I mean? What was the other one? Topic story. What was the list?
The Presence.
Presence. I'm going with Eddie. I got to go with Eddie on Presence. He just, you know what I mean, red level suit, black, like raw, delirious, like all of that. That Presence, Eddie be floating when he walk around.
Yeah. This is time for America's #1 segment, Karlous. We love to wrap up each episode with a rousing round of America's #1 segment, Fuck With It or Fuck Out of Here. This is where we react to a trending topic, the world of sports and pop culture, and decide.
This been a hard week, man.
It has been.
Shit
Muppets A.I, the latest use of AI to make its rounds on social media. We've seen Mount Rushmore AIs. We've seen the action figure versions. And now we got these Muppet AI joints acting out movie scenes, acting out great sports scenes, and all this type of stuff.
Amazing.
I know we got a clip. This AI stuff scares the hell out of me.
I love it.
You better embrace it.
What we got? Oh, I know.
I love it.
Oh, man. Nah, Jody.
Get your ass over here.
Jim Henson would not approve of this.
Get your ass over here.
I mean, it's kind of just go to show you that you're never too old. You don't grow out of that shit.
That's true.
You're never too old. Seeing this for me just remind me of childhood. And then it's like, as I grew up, I always wondered, like, what if they was a little hood? You know, they've been making little memes with the Elmo and all this shit for the longest. So just to see this, like, Bert and Ernie and Baby Boy.
That's going insane.
I'm ready. Somebody do The Color Purple. Where can I submit my suggestions?
Got to get on that Chat GPT. It's very easy, man. Very easy.
I'll be on
Putting
there.
them prompts in there. They can make anything with that joint.
I would love to do The
some
Color
wild
Purple,
shit.
champ.
Yeah, man. Shout out Mike.
I watched the whole
I would
thing.
love to do The Color Purple. Like, like in that form right there, where you can just say
the
whatever the
whole
fuck you
movie.
want to say. Oh, man.
Until you do right by me. That type of shit.
Like, Harpo, you
black, you
bitch ass Harpo. You
can't open your mouth and talk to people.
you don't keep fucking with me, Harpo. You
Sugar
sucker ass nigga.
All right, man. Fuck with it or fuck out of here. We might as well let
the
AI
fuck,
make us
Harpo?
laugh before it destroys us all.
Might as well.
Might as
I
well.
like AI, especially when they take the rap songs and make the Motown version.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I love that.
Drake called a lot of those during that beef. The
yeah.
BBL jersey. That shit.
Classic.
Crazy.
Yeah, man, get with it or get left.
Yeah, it's the future.
Get
we
left or
already
get
here.
right. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. We got to find a way to use it for good, though. We can't just fuck this technology off making little Sesame Street characters. We need to be coming up with the cures and the answers and shit.
I mean, that's what I thought the AI joint was all about. I was like, all right, we'll figure out cancer by the time we, you know what I mean, figure out this whole AI stuff, right? Like,
Every time they say AI, I be thinking Allen Iverson. He should have trademarked that
Yeah, I
shit.
hope he did.
let's keep this going. Pete Davidson, shout out my guy Pete. He's in the process of removing all of his tattoos. He says he's only 30% done and has already spent $200,000 on removal. According to Pete, each tattoo requires 10 to 12 sessions, and it's, quote, pretty horrible. Given how many he has on his body, $200,000 already spent and 70% more to go. With that said, fellas,
do the math.
That's a lot of money.
Come on, do the math.
Okay.
Do the math. Come on.
Do the fraction, right? 70, 200. That's...
My drug dealer math was saying right around 600,000-700,000.
I love it.
This is about close.
I love
enough. Close enough.
I love it. I'm just checking.
I was just eyeballing the work.
I'm just checking.
Well, he could have saved a whole lot of money.
We all here, man.
If he would have just listened to me in the first fucking place when I told him don't do all that crazy ass shit.
Well, you know Pete, man. Y'all
I know Pete.
Out.
We started out on Wildin' Out.
Good brother.
He's a great brother, man. He's a hilarious dude. He's not a brother. He's Pete.
I mean,
not a brother.
He's a brother. He's Staten Islander, man.
I want to fuck his money up. Like, oh, he's a brother. Now he canceled this shit. Nah, that's my dog, man. I remember I was around Pete when he was real young, and just to see him turn into a whole fucking rock star,
yeah,
it's crazy, man. But I told him that this life was coming. Pete, back in the day, he didn't never think that it was gonna like. He used to be nervous as hell. Like, man, you think they're gonna like me? I'm like, man, once your people find out who you are.
People find out.
No, because it's different. You just know how that shit be, bro. It's like,
it's different.
You could be around us, and then if they like you, they'll take you back.
Yeah, that's true. A lot of people,
if they don't like you, they leave you over there.
I mean,
exactly.
Yeah.
That's kind of what happened with Jim Carrey, right?
No, that's what's happening right now with this other comedian that I know, but I ain't gonna say his name.
Oh, damn. I think I know who you're talking about.
You know.
Too.
That's a fact.
Yeah, but I'd say keep your money, Pete. That's the whole point of the tattoos.
Yeah.
And it ain't nothing that you doing in your life that you don't need them, so.
And not for nothing, some of them tattoos that need to be there at all.
Spend that much money to get them shits took off, and you probably gonna get some more anyway.
Them shits is going to my grave.
There you go.
This 410 tattoo gonna be hanging off. She gonna be lopsided, hanging off, changing.
You got
colors.
a hood tattoo?
Yeah, I got a bunch of them.
No, I'm saying like a tattoo that's like kind of fucked up, but you ain't never gonna fix it.
Yeah, a couple of them.
Oh, okay. I feel like every black person got that one tattoo is kind of fucked up, but we ain't gonna really fix it.
I ain't gonna touch some of this shit.
Wait, which one?
It's nostalgic.
Oh, okay.
You know,
my cousin got.
I got project builders on my shit. I got all type of shit. I ain't touching
one
that.
cousin. He went and got "In God We Trust," but he didn't read the shit right. They left the "we" out.
In God Trust.
He had to go get so the "we" smaller.
It was lower.
It's just a little bit smaller than the rest of it.
Put a little arrow in between it. It says "we" on top of the joint. God damn. Oh man. So I guess long story short, fuck with it or fuck out of here. Are you spending $200,000?
Nah, fuck out of here.
Tattoos.
Fuck out of here.
Fuck out of here. I'm not doing that.
I ain't doing that shit, bro. I just go get some more tattoos.
There you go. Get the good ones. Spend. You making good money. You can spend them on good ones.
But I mean, he white though. That shit different. it might be fucking up his.
Yeah.
Skin.
I'm just saying it might not hit the same on white skin.
The ink
like
fucking with the melanin a little different.
He might not fuck with that. Nah. You get up and the first thing you see every morning is fucking SpongeBob SquarePants. That's what happens when you get your tattoos too fast. You be committed to some bullshit.
You under the sea with Nemo, nigga.
They don't even fucking like clowns like that. You got all this crazy ass shit on your body. 2 rotten tomatoes on your elbow and shit. That's stupid.
Oh man!
Shout out to Pete Davidson.
Shout out Pete Davidson.
Yo, good luck, man, with the $200K, man.
That's my dog,
She
man.
got 70% to go, man.
Joint is painful too, man. Apparently, taking all them joints off.
Shout out to him, man. You okay, man? We gonna wrap this up, man. I appreciate you coming through the hook.
Hey man, I appreciate y'all having me, man. This
you always good
nice.
to come on this couch.
I definitely will be back.
Bring your crew, man. Bring the 85 boys,
I will
man.
tell the crew to definitely come through here. We coming individually, then we coming together.
Okay,
send everybody
individual albums. All right, bet.
Yeah,
bet.
Need some mellow weed.
Okay.
You
need a paqueta.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
I'm gonna need to borrow one of your coolers for. I got a couple more AAU seasons.
For the Powerade.
I need that good cooler, the one with the fan on the front that blow out. It's the AC. Let me get that one. Hey, big salute to everything you got going on, man. Hell of a
bro.
career. You definitely a legend, my nigga. We always appreciate you keeping it real hood and being a great representation, bro. You feel me? So thank y'all for having this platform.
Yeah, man.
And tell my boy Kai keep doing his thing, bro.
You already know. Back at you.
Yeah. That's the next thing we doing. We're going to all his games and talking shit.
And you too,
I know
man.
you gonna be there.
I'll be in there. I'm trying to be at the Carry Dome first game, bro. I'm trying to support.
Yeah. We'll be sitting there talking shit. Hey, man, hey. You remember? you remember when? You remember, man. You remember that shit. But look at us now.
Look at us now.
T! What's up, fool? We hollering all across court. That's how we get down. They can't kick us out. We were Melo.
Yeah, of course.
They shouldn't have let us in here. They know we don't. Come on. It's us. Why you let us in here, bro? Hold up, Brian. Don't step right there. Don't step right there. Don't step right there. Some liquor right here. We waiting on them to bring the napkin. That type of shit. What we doing?
Oh, man. Syracuse, the first game is going to be nuts.
We're bringing the vibe. We're going to bring the vibe. We're going to bring
a good vibe up in Syracuse.
It's gonna be a good
I can't
vibe.
wait. But Los, again, thanks for coming through as always. Congrats on the tour. I know you're hitting Atlantic City tonight. Got a couple of spots as well. Obviously, 85 South, incredible show. Can't wait to continue.
Club 85 South.
That's all the producers, man. I'm like Ron Burgundy sometimes. I just read what's
absolutely.
That's my fault. But
this was dope.
I appreciate you, man. Thank you so much as always. This is 7 p.m. in Brooklyn. A Wave original presented by FanDuel. As always, subscribe to our YouTube and podcast channels. If you want to continue to support the show, if you want to see it grow, if you want to see it continue to be the best podcast out, no offense, like, rate, review.
I was about to say, y'all don't even have a real fucking table yet.
We got crates and glass.
No,
man.
y'all can be the best podcast. We do a whole nother thing over there. We do community research.
This is a show.
You go.
I should a TV show, but it ain't on TV.
There it is.
But whatever we're coming up with the name, but it's really supposed to be on TV.
No, Club 85 South is right there. You can make that.
We staying away from clubs right now. I tell you this. That's a fact. We don't need no more clubs. Nobody talking about nothing. We just let all that shit figure itself out right quick. Much love and support to everybody who needs some.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. But as always, for Karlous Miller, for the Hall of Famer Carmelo Anthony, my name is Kiyan FWIorFOH. We catch y'all next
you
time with the
always
hook,
be trying
man.
to say your shit fast, bro.
What you mean?
Don't nobody know what the fuck you get. My name is Kiyan FWIorFOH. Man, what the fuck you saying? Stop saying that shit like everybody know what the fuck you saying, bro.
You're not around enough Africans to catch what I'm saying,
Africans
bro.
don't even know what the fuck did he just say. What? Nah, say that shit.
Africans caught my shit, all right? For Kaz, Melo.
Nah, say that shit.
FWIorFOH? It's very easy to catch.
What? One more time.
FWIorFOH.
All right, bro.
Come on, man.
All right, bro.
My boy FWIorFOH. They don't be wanting us to know that shit. You see how you try to say, hey, I'm FWIorFOH. Nah, nigga. Yeah. No, Cass for you slow-ass American motherfuckers with no culture. Just made up a name.
That's why Kaz gets all this shit.
Nah, FWIorFOH. Talk your shit.
Thank you. I needed to hear that.
Yeah, man. Don't never shorten your name. Make them say your shit.
Hey, man. We'll catch y'all next time on the hook, y'all. Y'all be easy.
Yeah, you know all the Africans gonna be like, he is right.
Peace.